And we are underway. Whitfield, Falatea starting for the Oregon Ducks today. There's a good look at Nani. Wrap around into Philly. Wild shot. Offensive rebound, not there. Trying again is Whitfield, not there. Had a couple of good looks.
That's a big look for Oregon. Whitfield's been great off the bench recently, moved back into the starting lineup. It'll be big to see what she does against a bigger forward in Dugalich.
Here's Hawkes, who was so instrumental in that UCLA victory against Ohio State the other night. Betts picks up that dribble, in trouble. Good defense by this Oregon Duck on the interior.
That's what Mevius is going to do, force the issue and then go coast to coast.
Scoreless here early at Matthew Knight Arena. Really good crowd on hand. Plenty of time to get to this game, and then whatever you're looking at for the Super Bowl, and the Ducks are on the board.
First shot for Deja, that's a really, really good result. Get to her spot, get a little separation off of Philly's screen, and then do it on the defensive end as well.
Wide open is London Jones, and in conference play, she's at about a 45% clip. Oh man, Kiki Rice makes that happen and gets the ball to Jones.
Well, that's what London Jones does. Over 70% of her shots come from beyond the arc. That's what you need from London Jones.
Kelly all the way to the rack. Oh, that's one she'd love to have back, and here comes Rice. Dumping it inside, Dugalich with the inside position and draws the foul.
You're fine with that foul if you're Oregon. Mevius under the basket, bigger offensive player on her. Give up that foul, don't give up the basket.
Mevius got her first teams first. It's going to be critical, Austin, for Oregon to have a strong start all the way through the end of this first quarter. Dumping it inside, single coverage, Che. Offensive rebound, what UCLA does so well. So many statistical categories they lead the Big Ten in. Offensive and defensive rebounds, two of them. Good defense, Oregon will stay right here.
That's the matchup to watch though. Betts misses her first shot inside. When Oregon keeps other teams' best players off the board, Oregon's gonna win games. Starting with one, that's big for the Ducks.
I like the way you roll off the pick, and Jones splashes home her second triple.
2 for 2, bad start for Oregon. Jones, like you said, was shooting over 40%. The three-point percentage is just rising for her. 2 for 2, good start.
You have got to hawk her. You have got to close out. I understand you want to clog up the middle with Betts, but you cannot forget about Jones and trade 2s for 3s. Stagger, picking up the dribble, Mevius, and now she'll dump it to Kelly with 6 on the shot clock. There's the pick for Kelly. Wants to drive on Dugalich. Catch, shoot, 3, ball, not quite there. Dumping it inside, quick look for Betts, goes into the double team and throws it away.
Oregon on its last possession had the look on the pick and roll. Philly had a smaller defender on her in the paint. They just couldn't get to her. 6 on the shot clock. Deja had to isolate, but then good defense on the other end. Defended the pick and roll well. I thought Lauren Betts got really good positioning inside, though.
Let's keep a look. I love your take on the mismatches. Oregon's got to take advantage of those. Philly looking for some help. Wants to dump it off, and there's Kelly catch and shoot. You bet.
She set the screen on the low block, then bounced off of it, bounced off another screen, got to her spot again. From that 10 to 15 range, that's where she cooks.
Kelly only had the couple of points against Maryland, only played the 18 minutes, so off to a good start. 6-4 UCLA with the lead. Number 1 and undefeated UCLA in the house. Good crowd on hand. Super Bowl Sunday. Bring it on.
This is the start Oregon needed. Keep it close early on. Get the crowd into it.
Good defense, Kelly. Rice gives it up. Hawkes, floater. Oh, baby, over Philly.
2 on the shot clock. Had to get something up and did.
Hawkes has been fabulous this year for UCLA. Long ball, nothing there. Air ball for Mevius.
That's what Oregon's seen a little bit from Elisa Mevius so far. She started out super hot, super efficient. Got that wrap on her hand, maybe a little bit of something to watch there. Got hurt a couple games ago. Gonna need her and the team, as Lily mentioned in the keys to the game. Gonna need the team to start well from 3 if you want to win this game.
Barker, Gardner checking in for UCLA along with Arnasalo. So UCLA with that deep bench able to go to it early.
Yeah, absolutely. You bring in one of the best playmakers in the conference, one of the best freshman playmakers in Arnasalo early on, and that's just the luxury that UCLA has, that especially without Peyton Scott, that Oregon does not have today.
Again, Peyton Scott injuring that right knee. Thank goodness it was nothing more than a sprain. She's going to miss today. That hurts. Betts, again, single coverage, going against Che, can't get it home. Gardner, offensive rebound, and UCLA will reload. Betts wants to give it a try again. Good defense by Che, but this time Betts gets it home.
Third time's a charm, started 0 for 2, hits her third after the second possession. You can't give this team second possessions like that.
Nobody out-rebounds UCLA on the offensive end in the Big Ten as Deja Kelly aggressive to the cup.
Mentioned it in the open, but this is why you bring a player like Deja Kelly in, for her experience against teams like this. Both of Oregon's first field goals, and now a chance to make it Oregon's first 6 points with Kelly at the line.
Jones picks up the foul, her first, team's first, and here is Kelly, the North Carolina transfer. McDonald's Jordan All-American, led North Carolina in scoring year after year after year when she was wearing their gear, and has come in and has been a consistent starter and in double figures for Kelly Graves.
And even when the field goal efficiency doesn't look necessarily beautiful for Kelly, it's still her highest of her career. So she's been great. Even as that field goal percentage has fallen, she's still been the key cog. And again, you bring her in for games like this.
She's a winner, no doubt about it. She's been on the big stage, has Kelly. She's going to have to be sensational today. Gardner dumping it inside to Betts. She'll square up. Ball on the deck, wheeling, dealing, fade away. Not there. Everybody going for that ball, and it's going to belong to UCLA again. The Bruins hammering the offensive glass.
Even though it wasn't necessarily an offensive rebound to a specific player, they still were able to clog the paint, got Oregon a little bit of miscommunication. An early sub, Whitfield out, Rambis in.
So Rambis, who's really having a good sophomore season, she and Che bringing some length to the floor. Barker, 3-ball, rimming out. Betts trying to flag it down. Play whistle dead.
Due to time constraints, we now move ahead in the action.
Second team foul on UCLA. Both teams a little chilly right now, Austin. Kelly, back rimming off. Muhammad, offensive board. Look at that block from behind Dugalich. Great job by Angela. Here comes Rice. Remember, Peyton Scott not playing today with that bad knee. One of 2 2,000-point scorers for Oregon. You miss her offense. Arnasalo, not there. Great block out by Muhammad.
She's already making her presence known in the rebound department. 2 offensive boards, 1 on the defensive end. The positioning for her is the key.
Scoring droughts for both clubs. We're stuck on 10-6. Back rimming off. Rambis tries to collect her own miss. Instead, it's Rice. She doesn't have the numbers. She'll pull it out. 3 minutes left to go in this first quarter. Look at that defense by Rambis. Kelly wants to lead the charge. Stepping into the 3, not there for Falatea. Bell, long ball. Cold shooting for the Ducks at the moment.
Everyone except Deja Kelly, zeros on their scoreboard. And this is big for Oregon. Ari Long comes in. She's been great on both sides of the ball. And I think for Oregon, this is one of its best defensive units. Long, a terrific perimeter defender. Same with Sophia Bell. You saw the improvement of Rambis inside on that last play. Now, with the no Lauren Betts minutes, you got to be able to do something on the offensive end as well.
Hawkes and Jones back on the floor for UCLA. 2:30 left to go in this first quarter. 3 minutes scoring drought for UCLA. Jones dancing along that sideline, or excuse me, baseline. 7 on the shot clock. Barker. 3 seconds going against UCLA. I really like Oregon's defense, and UCLA right now a little off kilter.
And the big thing for Oregon right now is that they've kept the crowd in it. You can hear the student section behind us right now. The crowd is in it. They love the defensive intensity. Oregon, if it's going to win, is going to have to win ugly, and this is kind of an ugly start to the game. Oregon just 2 of 15 from the field, but hey, it's a 2-possession game.
Exactly. You're reading my mind. They want to score low. If it's ugly, so be it. Just don't let this UCLA team get going. Long, looking for some help. Ooh, Jones almost with the pick. Here's Kelly, 8 on the shot clock. There's a high pick. Switch, Dugalich has got her. Muhammad is going to have to do something. Kelly just throws up something. And there's the board for Hawkes flying in from the free throw line. 4-minute scoring drought for UCLA. Another bugaboo cough up for UCLA.
Now that time it's a walk, but now this is 3 straight possessions, 3 of the last 4 where Janiah Barker has turned the ball over. It was a walk, it was a 3 in the key, and then it was an offensive foul, and she's going to sub out early. 5
turnovers now for UCLA as Gardner checks back in. $1:32 left to go in this first quarter. It started off hot. Nobody scoring for the last 4 minutes or so. Nobody. Each team really struggling to find the bottom of the net. High hedge from Rice. There's the kick. 9 on the shot clock for Bell. Didn't like it off the pick, so now it's going to have to be Kelly putting something up again. Wild shot. Gardner steps in for the board. Here comes Rice. She's got Bell to beat. Switches hands. She'll go to the line. Sweet play by Kiki Rice as Bell picks up that foul, her first, team's 3rd.
And for Kiki Rice, she's putting Sophia Bell on skates, had her on her heels the whole way down. Bell does a good enough job to make sure the shot doesn't go in. And again, if you're Oregon, you're fine with the foul there.
So it was 10-6 UCLA with about 5.5 minutes to go in the quarter. That score has stayed stuck as Rice will have a pair. .84% free throw shooter is the junior out of Maryland. Gets them both.
And now if you're Oregon, it's how do you respond? You get a little bit of a breather with the 2 free throws. Offense gets to reset. It's a full second team unit for UCLA on the floor right now, outside of Hawkes and Dugalich, but still Gardner, Dudley, Anasalo. How do you respond if you're Oregon?
Travel will go against Oregon as Dudley checks in for UCLA. Anasalo back on the floor. And Katie Fiso will make her game debut for Oregon.
Gets a pretty big applause coming into the game. She's been so good recently for the Ducks. You're going to need her to step up with Peyton Scott out today.
Atute checking in as well. So 47 seconds right here left to go in the first. 12-6. UCLA with the lead, low scoring, kind of, well, let's just call a spade a spade. In terms of offense, it's been ugly. Dumping it inside. Dugalich quickly lets it go, rimming out. Look at Hawkes, can't get it there on the follow. Atute with the board, and Fiso will walk it up. Just a breath of a difference between shot and game clock. Oregon wanted to avoid a cold shooting first quarter. They have not been able to avoid that, and yet they're still in this thing.
And they're getting the last shot.
7 now for Kelly. Dudley hawking her. Follow. And wow, Muhammad with 1 second left in this quarter. And the foul is going to go against UCLA.
Another offensive rebound for Amina Muhammad. How about this? 17 of her last 23 rebounds on the offensive end.
Wow.
That's what she needs to do.
Yeah.
Her and Atute both in this game.
Hammer it.
Get extra boards. Get extra possessions.
Gardner picks up that foul, by the way, her first. So here's Muhammad, the junior transfer out of Texas, a 52% free throw shooter. Back rimming off the first attempt. UCLA is going to have to really body up and make sure that Oregon doesn't get something at the buzzer in case there's a miss. 1 of 2. No, not in time. Jones had a notion, but not in time. So.
Due to time constraints, we now move ahead in the action.
Man, because that has been one heck of a matchup, hasn't it?
And it's been fun.
It has been.
Defense has been terrific.
Yes, the interior defense keeping Oregon in this game. 23-18. Kelly off the pick, had a smidgen of room, didn't want it. 13 on the shot clock. Uh-oh, poke checked away. On the fly, Arnesalo can't finish. And the ball belongs to the Oregon Ducks, and Arnesalo can't believe it. Wait a second, are we staying home?
The other way around,
okay.
Yeah. I thought that ball went off of Arnesalo following the play. Look at this again. Arnesalo misses the layup, and then Kiki Rice comes in. We can't really see it there, but I think they give the benefit of the doubt to the smaller Rice, assuming that Shea went over her.
Look at this matchup, Betts and Che, incredible. Hawkes ball fake, dumps it as Betts reposts into the double. Look at that defense. My goodness, it's suffocating. Here comes Oregon. Kelly and Che will go one-on-one. My gosh, there's a lot of off-ball calls.
But again, this defense from Philly Che and Lauren Betts has both been fantastic. Philly, you don't think of her as much of a scorer, only taking 3 shots today, but Lauren Betts, 2 of 7. She does have 5 rebounds, but all of those are on the defensive end. They're keeping her off the offensive glass and keeping her off the score sheet.
Only 2 for 7 for Betts. She has been absolutely flummoxed by Che at this point. And this a lot of times it's single coverage.
And this is someone that shot over 40% in every game so far this season. 2 of 7 is not going to do that.
Betts. Hawkes, ball on the deck. And if you're Oregon, you're going to let Barker shoot that every time. Kelly has got Arnesalo to beat, picks it up, long ball, Whitfield. Again, 0 for the Ducks from beyond the arc.
0 for 7, now 0 for 8 for Oregon from beyond the arc. You hit 2 of those threes, and you're leading in this game if you're the Ducks.
But UCLA can't make Oregon pay. They have been ice cold from the floor. Rice will draw the foul from Che. That was gutsy going up against Philly.
And Philly defended it well. Big news for the Ducks. That's only Philly's 2nd foul. Minute left in the first half. You might want to take her out, almost cut your losses here. Play for the 3rd quarter, play for the 4th quarter. That's exactly what Oregon's going to do. Muhammad, not 6'8" like Philly Che, but she's got pretty similar wingspan and can defend Lauren Betts down low.
Well, Austin, I think you're really smart if you're into the head of Kelly Graves in terms of playing the odds and not putting anything to chance this last minute 7 with Che with the 2 fouls.
No reason to, especially with the defense that Oregon's played on the perimeter. You're fine with UCLA making a couple 2s. Oregon's just got to hit a shot on the other end.
So London Jones, who is white hot for UCLA, has been sitting for a long time with the 2 fouls. Rice with a couple of tosses, and man, because of the way this game's been going, free throws mighty important right now. Kelly cannot find the edge on Dugalich. Under a minute to go in the 2nd. Wow, look at that block by Rice. Blocks it, grabs it, leads the charge. Wide open, Hawkes. Basket didn't want it, and Betts is going to pick up her 2nd foul.
I think anyone on the floor right now would say that Oregon got a little lucky on that. It was perfect basketball from UCLA. Dugalich had an open shot, but better shot. High percentage from the corner when you're giving it to Gabby Hawkes. She misses it, and then to be able to pick up the foul, now Amina Muhammad goes to the line, but even bigger than that, again, Betts picking up her 2nd.
So Muhammad 3 for 4 from the charity stripe. Starting to feel really good about stroking it at the free throw line. Again, Muhammad, just a 52% free throw shooter. Is that the and jinx?
Yeah.
All right, we're even then. Okay. All right. I can live with that. This has been a strange, fun, funky game, Austin. Barker backing down, got a little too deep underneath the basket, and this is a chance for Oregon to close out the quarter.
And the defense has been so spectacular on the interior. UCLA is shooting just 28% from the field right now. Can Oregon close the quarter on a high note?
Well, Oregon's only shooting 18%. So with 3 seconds left in the quarter, that'll do it.
Due to time constraints, we now move ahead in the action.
But the way she goes after those misses for the offensive rebounds is really epic. Barker, 63% free throw shooter, gets the first one home. And again, we'll say it the rest of this game, Austin, because no one's scoring the ball very well from the field, free throws are going to be critical. 1 of 2.
That's just what Oregon did on its last trip down the floor. Now they're going to push.
Palatea, who's been so consistent from beyond the arc, dumps it inside. Boy, that's a lucky break for the Oregon Ducks.
Yeah, don't love that shot, still with 20 on the shot clock from Mahisa Tute. Had good positioning, but after she feels the double, she's got to have the wherewithal to pick her head up, find someone on the perimeter.
So ball stays with the Ducks. They'll inbound it. Palatea got caught in no man's land, but finds a teammate. Now Kelly off the dribble, front rim and off, fouls her own shot, and will bring it out. Ducks looking to reload. 15 on the shot clock right here. Kelly will leave it. Palatea didn't want the pick. Looks to turn the corner. Good D by Jones, and Palatea throws it away. Here's Rice. Rice didn't like the numbers. Gardner catch and shoot. That's one that Gardner usually makes. Great play by Barker, and that results in the easy 2 for Hawkes. That's all Barker keeping it alive.
Terrific. She's struggled so far today, but pokes out that offensive board. And Kiki Rice, one of the best point guards in the nation. You know she's going to find someone if they're wide open.
Let's see how the Oregon Ducks respond. Kelly had a really good look and a near turnover, but let's see if the foul's going to go against London Jones. It is, and that's number 3.
That's big. Jones has been great. Take another look at this, though. Barker pokes it out. Kiki Rice on the perimeter. You're not going to have an easier shot than that if you're Gabby Hawkes.
Arnesalo back in. Dudley for the Bruins as well. Rice and Hawkes will take a seat. Jones is going to have to be really careful here. And Barker's going to be whistled for her 3rd. Wow.
Oregon now, both teams in the bonus.
There you go. Lots of tosses down the stretch here. Dugalich will come in. Barker will take a seat for UCLA. Again, neither coach able to find that right rotation to find offensive rhythm.
And I think we're getting to the point in this game that we're not looking for a right rotation anymore. Maybe there is no right rotation in this kind of game.
All right, then.
And it's just someone's got to stick, the defense is going to play, and you've got to hit your free throws. Oregon just 9 of 14 from the free throw line. It's not horrific, but again, you hit a couple more of those shots and it's a different looking game, just like that.
Muhammad making a living at the charity stripe. Wow. Besides Jones, nobody able to effectively hit any kind of shots from distance for UCLA. Dumping it. Dugalich bumped. Tough shot. Look at Muhammad just sweeping in for the board. Man, has she been good on the glass. Kelly, so tough. Everybody thought she was going to go up for the jumper. Instead, throws it away. Atute wasn't ready.
These are big defensive minutes for Oregon end of the first half. For UCLA, no Kiki Rice, no Lauren Betts, their 2 best offensive players. London Jones has been a fire thrower today. But you've got to close out on her on the perimeter and make sure you hound Dugalich enough.
Dugalich wide open, is going to take it all the way to the rack and one.
Right on cue. Gotta hound her enough. They leave her wide open under the paint. Atute's follow is a little too late. She bumps her. The and ones are killer.
Atute got her, and now Dugalich, the former Duck, will toe the line. Checking in is Whitfield. Atute will take a seat. Dugalich with the chance to complete the three-point play. It's been a low-scoring game for Angela. Big three-point play for the Bruins, and a 10-point lead for UCLA, quietly building that lead back up. Closing 2:40 for Oregon in this third quarter, Austin. Really important.
Lauren Betts heading to the corner to check in. That's big for UCLA as well.
Good eyes, partner. 12 on the shot clock right here for the Ducks. Mohammed takes some punishment. Falatay all the way to the cup and can't get it home. Mohammed had a hand on it. Instead, here comes Arnasalo. Good transition defense by the Ducks. Jones tight-roping. Jones reverse. Can't get her home. Mohammed with yet another rebound. She's got 7. Wide open turnover, jump ball, possession arrow favoring UCLA. And Betts is back on the floor.
That's exactly what I was going to say. That's the reason that one is big, because the stoppage in play brings Lauren Betts back onto the floor. Philly Che also comes back in for Oregon. And for the Ducks, that's big because Philly doesn't get that extra minute and a half, 2 minutes of breathing space. Now she's going to have to exert some energy. These are massive minutes to end the third. If you keep this within 10, that's big for the Ducks. If you expand that lead, UCLA is just not, or Oregon is not used to playing from behind that much.
Under 2 to go in this third quarter. Jones, look at the double team. Somebody's got to be open. Arnasalo, not there. Good block out, Che. She'll find Kelly, and here comes Oregon. There's the big pick. Kelly will take it and score.
First Duck in double digits, up to 10. The efficiency is climbing a little bit. Big game player. You need her for spots like this. Kiki Rice getting ready to check in for UCLA as well.
Kelly right at her season average of 10 a pop. Dugalich, ooh, she had a notion. There's Betts, double teamed. Kick it to Jones. Ball fake not there. Good D, Falatea. Betts in traffic and scores.
That is the Lauren Betts experience. No matter how good your defense is, sometimes she will just be better. She is one of the best players in the nation. She's looking like it. Here to try to close this one out for UCLA.
7 points now for Betts. Usually gives you 20 a game. Kelly pulls up and shoots, scores over Betts. Wow! That was gutsy going up against Betts and smart enough to just elevate, Austin.
And if you get a stop here, you get a 2-for-1 chance as well.
Back-to-back buckets by Betts. Good footwork. Last couple of minutes of the third have been pretty fun.
Yeah. Offense starting to pick up as well.
Shot clock off, game clock at 13 right here for Kelly. She has carried quite a load offensively for the Oregon Ducks. There's the pick from Che. She wants to go right at Jones. Picks up the dribble. Che at the buzzer. Che.
Due to time constraints, we now move ahead in the action.
Look out. All right. It's time for execution for the Oregon Ducks, and I mean for the next 6:30.
Got it within 7 now. Got to bring it back within 10 to start having a little bit of a heartbeat.
Wide open. Whitfield didn't want it. Smart choice. Here's Che. She's going to square up. Gardner trying to close. Whitfield can't get the 3 ball down.
Whitfield just 1 of 8, 0 of 3 from downtown. That's been big. Was inserted into the starting lineup and just that has not paid dividends on the offensive end for the Ducks.
Peyton Scott not able to go for Oregon with that bad knee as Whitfield picks up her second. They're saying it's her first team foul. So Fiso back onto the floor, and Whitfield will take a seat. We've talked about how great Oregon's defense has been. It has to be even better now, Austin. Oh, man. London Jones does a pirouette after hitting her 5th triple of the game. How good has she been?
She is unbelievable.
Yes.
5 of 7 from downtown. Are you kidding?
Jones's career high in triples made is 7. She's got 5 to Austin's point. There's the block by Betts. Plenty of time for Oregon to reload. Che, Betts, what a matchup. Here's Philly, single coverage. Another block by Betts. Wow, there's Lauren. Uh-oh. Did Betts get the technical?
Yeah.
Yep, she sure did. That's her 4th personal. She got the technical foul.
The big part of that block there, and it was back-to-back blocks for Lauren Betts.
Yes.
Blocked one on Deja Kelly, then blocked Philly Che down low. But she also tipped it off Philly as it went out of bounds. So
Exactly.
Oregon is going to get a chance to draw it a little closer, but still, 4 fouls. And the technical, of course, you never like to see that one.
So Falatea, who's been a heck of an addition. You talk about transfers. Kelly Graves went out and got some quality transfers, including Falatea. Betts will take a seat. That was not a veteran move by Betts to pick up the technical after she did all the work on the defensive end. So Close will sit down, her superstar. Look at London Jones playing some of the best defense of her career, showing it right now. Almost dragging the feet and getting the kind roll, though, is Fiso.
First bucket for Katie Fiso, brings it back within 12.
Gardner wanted to step into a 3. Fiso did a nice job to close. Dugalich. Good help defense by Bell. Defensive specialist for the Ducks. 10 on the shot clock for Rice and company. Under 5 to go in the 4th. Rice not able to shake Fiso. Really good hands by Falatea, and Rice is frustrated with herself. Nani, extra pass, 3-ball. Kelly, wild shot. Oh, the crowd would have gone bananas. Rice knows she got away with one after throwing that one away. Rice looks over at Coach Close. Remember, UCLA comes in number 1 in the country, undefeated. The only undefeated team left in men's or women's basketball, the Bruins. Mohammed, the defensive rebounding ace, checking in for the Ducks. Che will sit. Jones dumping it in, and Rice wasn't ready for it. Another turnover, UCLA.
Oregon played that one about as well as it could. You bring the W, know that UCLA is going to run that inbounds play that they've already scored 3 triples on from London Jones. They left the interior open, but the interior for UCLA wasn't ready.
Everybody thought London was just going to tee it up. Falatea and now Bell. Swinging, picks that ball up. And now Mohammed with the reverse attempt, not there. And Coach Corey Close tells Kiki to slow things up. 3:40 left to go in this game right here. High pick Dugalich, nothing there on the roll now. Gardner inside position for Dugalich. Stepping back, tough shot, bringing down rain and scoring.
Sky high shot, Dugalich, big smile on her face. That's a big time shot.
Big time shot is right. 7 now for Dugalich to go along with 8 boards. Fiso, she's had a couple of shooter touch buckets.
Shooters are going to shoot. Katie Fiso is so good at that shot right there. You talk about how good Deja is from mid-range, but Katie Fiso is the future of this program.
Good answer by Fiso. Oregon had to have that bucket. They've got to put together some stops now. but UCLA still has work to do today.
I think Falatea is going to get called for it there.
That's her first.
No harm, no foul.
Second. Pardon me?
No harm, no foul.
Yeah.
Still
Play on, right?
3 minutes to play. Might need to start fouling at some point. It's only the second foul on the team.
Uh-oh, look out. Look out. Barker does a really good job, but got poked in the snoot inadvertently by Bell. She got hit pretty good. Mohammed picking up that foul. That had to have smarted.
It looked like, I mean, Oregon did such a good job defending the inbound play.
Yep. Under 3 to go. 56-44 UCLA, low scoring game. Betts has been sitting after she got tagged with that technical foul.
It's going to go the other way.
Yep, Dugalich picks up her second. And that's the last thing you want to do is give your opponent kind of a freebie. 14 fouls now on UCLA as Dugalich will take a seat. Gardner back on the floor. 2:40 left to go. Oregon has got to score. They've got to put a string together. Fiso, front rimming off into the hands of Rice. We'll see if she goes all the way to the cup. Instead, she turns it over. Close, can't believe it. The clock is your friend right now, Austin. Falatea. Aggressive.
Talk about the clock that stops it. 2:20 to play. Oregon has to be perfect from here on out. UCLA is going to check back in. Arnesalo got a game. Got to keep it close. But stopping the clock is big. Because like you said, clock is UCLA's friend at this point. But the turnovers don't help UCLA at all. Already 15 on the game.
So Rice will take a seat. She turns it over on the offensive end, then commits the foul on the defensive end. So Arnesalo back in. And Austin, Lauren Betts, who was starting to feel it, has been sitting for a long time. Oh, a near pick by Kelly. She can't believe it. Now if Barker's smart, she's going to travel. They're going to call an offensive foul. So Barker picks up her fourth, and UCLA does not look like the #1 team in the country right now.
Absolutely not. 2 minutes, 14 seconds to go. Only 6 seconds off the clock on that charge. And Oregon had a couple chances there to make something happen. Look at that positioning from Amina Mohammed.
She has been wonderful. As it looks like Betts is getting ready to check back in. But right there, why Barker wanted to go to the cup was beyond me. You bring it out and use clock. And Kelly sells that foul. It's going to go against London Jones. Savvy play by Kelly.
And again, only 10 seconds off the clock there. Stop the clock. Kelly's really struggled at the free throw line this year, and especially of late. But again, she's a closer. The reason she's here is for situations like this.
59% free throw shooter coming in. So now, Barker, Jones, and Betts all with 4 fouls for UCLA. This is still a ball game. 2 minutes is a ton of time if UCLA continues to make the mistakes they've been making. This is still a ball game. Betts ready to check in. Execution on both ends for both clubs at a premium. It's really good defense. Falatea. Here's Arnesalo again. 10 on the shot clock. There's the high pick. Arnesalo on the switch. I thought Hawkes would put it up. There's the turnover. My goodness. UCLA turning it over again. You score here if you're Oregon, this place is going to go nuts. Oh, too bad. Fiso missing a wide open jumper.
Don't love that shot. So much time still on the shot clock. Felt a little bit forced. And now Oregon has to get a stop and stop quickly.
This will be the lowest scoring game of the season for UCLA if it holds. It would have to go to overtime. Kelly picks up her third.
But the defense deep on the perimeter was so good for Oregon there. You're still in a position where you have some fouls to give, and at some point you're going to have to start giving them. Hope that Lauren Betts gets the ball in her hand because she's the poorest free throw shooter on this team.
So here's Gardner. 1 minute to go in the game. Betts back on the floor, wants the ball. Double teamed inside. What a look inside to Hawkes.
And Oregon turned it over again.
Oh, man. That could be the dagger.
Just
that
sloppy play on the inbound.
Yep. Once again, Oregon holding its opponent way below its seasonal average, but the Ducks not able to turn some corners offensively.
Look at this again, Lauren Betts in the post, and what's she gotten so much better at? Facilitating. Averaging almost 3 assists per game, leading all Big Ten players that aren't guards. And that's the dagger right there. Make it a 10-point game, turn it over on the other end. London Jones, fitting that it's going to end with the ball in her hands.
What a game for London Jones, looking at 18 points, if I'm not mistaken. Her career high is 23. She's got the 5 triples and has carried this club. Busted play. Dumping it inside Muhammad. Well played high-low. And Oregon doing a nice job to deny that inbounds. UCLA has to take the timeout. Oregon will look at its first 3-game skid of the season. Jones, the travel before a timeout could be called. So Oregon still battling. I love to see that with this Duck club.
And Kelly Graves is going to love that as well. He's going to use a timeout. He still believes his team is in this game. 10-point game, stranger things have happened. Why not, says Kelly Graves.
60-50, 34.5 left. Here's Muhammad, Falatea. All the way to the cup, smartly played. 60-52, Jones tries to duck away from the foul, but Fiso gets her.
Sure, quick basket, quick foul. Look at Falatea, what a night she's had. 19 for the guard.
Yep, season high for Falatea. Had the 17 against Illinois. And now Jones with the chance to go over 20 points. Again, her career high is 23. She's sitting on 20 right there. For UCLA, easily the player of the game.
Definitely.
The lefty, sweet. 21 now for Jones. Dugalich in for defensive purposes. Jones will take a seat. The lead is 10. You can't trade buckets or free throws right now. Sticks and stops if you're Oregon. And you gotta attack quickly.
Not that.
Oh my goodness, turnover.
That'll do it.
Yep. You're reading my mind, pal.
But for Oregon, holding UCLA to its lowest field goal percentage of the year and its lowest scoring output of the year.
The appreciative crowd is standing. And UCLA gets out of Dodge with a little relief, 62-52 the final.
It's been almost a full calendar year for the Bruins since they last lost a regular season game. It was in this state against Oregon State just last year.